my pride.
Yeah. Ay. Yeah. Ay. Yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on. We them boys. We them boys. Hold on. We making noise. Hold on. Scared of heights, come face your fears. Hold up. Do it just like Nikki, gone and it over. Say she roll with me, she tired of being a loner. Young, but you know I'm ready. Oh, foreign girls call me. But I'ma get back to the point, baby. Hold up.
On the road and hungry for a win against the Western Conference rival, the San Antonio Spurs are ready for this one to get started. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Today's game continues this Golden State Warriors homestand. A superb ball club playing a great brand of basketball. #1 record right now in the NBA.
This is an incredible atmosphere in this building, Kevin. I mean, their winning streak has continued to grow. As it has, their fans' excitement has grown right along with it.
And you know what? You can feel it in the air, guys. The home crowd energized. And I'll tell you what, right now, this is one of the toughest buildings you are going to ever compete in when you talk about trying to play on the road in the NBA.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Aldridge out there with Duncan. And it's Leonard in the small forward position. Clock at 4. Here's Duncan. Nice D from Bogut. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Green with a screen for Curry. Thompson left side. They grab their own miss. Golden State moving the ball around. And Green gets it to go.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table. And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Well, the Spurs just don't go on losing streaks very often, Greg. One perk of being a talented veteran group.
Yeah, how about the Spurs lost 4 games in a row twice last year. Over the last decade before that, Kevin, they had only lost 4 games in a row twice. Unbelievable.
Passes it to Leonard. Thompson against Green. It's Aldridge penetrating. It's another look. And it's sent back by Bogut.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And it's Green missing.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside Curry. Parker with the steal. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. That's tipped. Here's Aldridge. Outside Leonard. Kicks to Duncan. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Parker. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Parker's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop. I just love the determination on that backboard. Coming out of the gates really, really strong.
Leonard kicks to Green. And it's Duncan penetrating. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
The Spurs making a switch here. West is checked in for Aldridge. Kyle Anderson comes in for Leonard. Kevin Martin, he's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Here's Mills. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Mills has got his first points in this one.
And that's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. He'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for San Antonio.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
And the Spurs making a change here. Diaw's checked in. The Warriors have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76. Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
And he misses his first shot. Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against Cleveland.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
Yeah, it was a major factor in the ball game. I mean, the more turnovers they caused, the more shaky those guys got with the ball.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and gameplay. And the shot is good. 7 points for Steph Curry.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Screen by Bogut. Barnes dishes to Bogut. Stolen by Anderson. No good. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors,
they've limited second chances too, guys.
the defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. And it's Iguodala in the 3 slot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Ginobili kicks to Mills. He dishes it to West. Warriors leading by 4. Bogut with a screen on Diaw. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Iguodala's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Warriors. Green with the block. Pass to Bogut. Thompson inside the line. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
But you know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession. And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
Different look here for the Warriors. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Green. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Then for the Spurs, LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for West. Green comes in for Boris Diaw. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that, I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
Well, you've got Greg Popovich, and I think he puts this at times grumpy demeanor in more of a spotlight. He's playing along, as we all know, with the sideline reporters. He knows, Greg, you know this firsthand, when to turn it on, when to turn it off. He can be as compassionate a person, Clark, that you and I have ever been around.
Yeah, he's competitive, but he understands that we're all human, and he treats people the right way all the time.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. There's Parker with the 3. Good. Parker's got 7 points.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Varejão with a screen on Parker. Fires for 3. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. From 11 feet away. The kick out to Aldridge. Parker passes to Ginobili. Feeds it to Green. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size. All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Now here's Iguodala. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Anderson Varejão.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
So it's the Warriors now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Iguodala with the steal. Stops. Pops. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. West is checked in for Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Curry dishes to Spates. Now here is Martin. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
It's Thompson off the drive. Here's Spates, and oh, he hits the buzzer beater! And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Warriors ahead. They lead by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in the pivot spot, manning the middle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Kevin, we've got a moment here to take a look at what the Spurs have done as far as NBA stats go over the last month. First in steals, third in second chance points. And they also show up as a top 5 3-point shooting team. I mean, that's tall cotton there. Elite level marksmanship from behind the arc.
And you mentioned their steals. I mean, it's great defensive anticipation that has them at the top of the rankings. They've been tremendous at reading the offense and getting into those passing lanes.
Curry kicks to Green. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Went for the 2-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Now Green. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Duncan goes in, goes back up, and it's sent back by Bogut.
And out of the gates here in the second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
San Antonio calls timeout. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And that was a game where you just sensed that they would get it going and somehow be able to come out with the victory, but just not in the cards on that night.
Well, you had a little more faith in them than I did. I mean, I just never saw any signs of real life there that could be sustained.
Iguodala gets to Curry. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. And now a 6-point Warrior lead.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
He kicks it to Bogut. Pass to Thompson. Fades away. And the shot falls short this time. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Curry attacking.
Good. And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. Ginobili comes in for Leonard. And it's Mills in for Parker.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
And it's sent back by Aldridge. And here's Green outside. That's good. And now just a 4-point Warrior lead.
Well, I think it takes a lot of guts to shoot the three on the fast break with a guy closing out on him.
And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Diaw can't hit.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
A little shot fake there, got the D out of position. 9 points for Draymond Green.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. San Antonio also making some changes. West is checked in for Aldridge. Anderson comes in for Green. And it's Martin in for Manu Ginobili.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Martin attacking.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Green, the screen. Here's Bogut. Kept alive. And that one's good, Barnes. Barnes has got his first points in this one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Anderson.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
It's Bogut with the drive. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Warriors lead by 6. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Barnes and Green are the forward set. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Spates in at the center, filling out the middle. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
The shot by Curry, no good.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Here's Barnes. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Thompson. And it's Barbosa in for Curry. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Aldridge is checked in. Here's Livingston. Spades trying to break loose. Great D that time from Green. And finished off by Leonard.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And the foul called on Daniel Green. That's his first foul. There's the screen. And Spades has it in the corner. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. And the Warriors lead by 7.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Leonard the pass to Green. Leonard no luck.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here, and every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, we're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
Spurs trail by 9. Duncan hits to Aldridge. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Here's Leonard. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And now just a 5-point Warrior lead. Barbosa for 3. No good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. The drive by Green. It counts. And the foul. It's going to be on Leandro Barbosa.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Mills, who's checked in for Parker. Here's Duncan after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Livingston gets to Ezeli, and Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here is Barbosa. Livingston dishes to Barbosa. Now the feed to Ezeli. Gets the first. That increases their lead to 6. Anderson Varejau's checked in for the Warriors. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Shots good by Mills.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Leonard. Green. The shot is off. Excellent D here by Iguodala. Livingston passes to Spates. Golden State moving it around. The putback. Throws it down with the quick putback jam. And the Warriors lead by 7.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling. Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
I mean, it's almost like he doesn't like the rim.
That one goes. Count it.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Barbosa kicks to Livingston. Duncan with some nice D.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 2 here. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Shot clock at 6. They double team Iguodala. Oh, wow. Unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. San Antonio calls timeout. They're behind by 2. Just 2 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
With this much time left on the clock, I try to shoot from as close to the basket as possible because that way you have enough time for a quick putback if you miss.
Leonard attacking. Cans it to force overtime.
Gets the big-time shot to fall. And now we're headed to OT.
Cold-blooded make that was. Plain as
Time expires, and we're going to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Well, if you love great competition and neck-to-neck basketball action, this one has been a great one. Overtime number 1, getting going right now. And it's the Warriors to start out. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the court for San Antonio, we've got West. Martin is out there with Mills. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Aldridge in at the power forward. Outside, Green. There's the dish to Curry. Green, the screen. The pass to Curry. Shot clock at 3. Top of the key. And right through it goes. Curry's got the first points here in the overtime period for the Warriors. And Mills kicks to Aldridge. And it's sent back by Bogut. And here's West from the arc. San Antonio again missing. Here's Iguodala. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 9 points for Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 2 points from the bucket from Leonard.
He's such a clutch shooter, Kevin. He just lives for the big shot.
Thompson dishes to Curry. Again, Curry missing. The Spurs have gone 1 of 4 from the field in the overtime period so far. Passes to Leonard to take the lead. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control. You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
To the paint. Iguodala with the steal. Ahead. And Curry with the stop.
And Kevin, maybe the play of the game right there.
Tremendous instincts, Greg, to come up with a steal and then attack the basket.
Game changer right there, guys. An unbelievable play to make it this stage of a really tight ball game.
Leonard, the pass to West. And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Green. Money!
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to him.
Mills with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. San Antonio again missing. Sinks it.
Excellent pass there to cap that break with an uncontested basket. Well, it's urgent time right now. This is when they got to come up big.
Yeah, you got to get points here. I mean, there's no way you can get around it. You've got to be able to get baskets here in a short period of time.
It's the first that shrinks the margin to just 4. And the Spurs with some changes. Green, he's checked in for Martin. And Parker subbed in for Patty Mills.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. 1 possession game now.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Warriors.
He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And the Warriors with some changes. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Bogut. Livingston comes in for Thompson. And it's Barbosa in for Steph Curry.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're behind by 5. We've got 22 seconds left in overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
And you know what? And they're going to draw up something where they can get a quick shot and then maybe a foul.
That's got to be the game plan here. I mean, free throws are really their only hope. Points with the clock stopped.
Making a change here. Spates is checked in. Here's Leonard. Tries a 3 off the inbound. Varejao grabs the board. Barbosa kicks to Spates. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Here's Green. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking.
2 shots.
He's able to hit the second one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Barbosa gets the bucket.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do. and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
And Leonard gets it to go.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
This definitely wasn't the way they envisioned overtime working out.
So we see the Warriors get the win here. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, Clark, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Looked to me like the amber light on the gas tank didn't quite come on. They still had enough fuel to get across the finish line comfortably.
And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
Paris, São Paulo, França, Brasil. Aí, MSP, Laboratório Fantasma. É nóis. Assim,
os manos no posto, trampando a contragosto, feliz ou oposto. Aposto que sei da dureza, que é a tristeza, deformando o seu rosto. Se calos falassem, talvez o mundo escutasse, olhar do impasse, olhasse, limpasse, brilhavam vocês. Juro, pras minas no fronte, que dor pra contar tem de monte. É tipo uma fonte dela, de fronte ela sonha com um novo horizonte. Trancada na cela ou numa favela. Essa é foda, João. Pobre menina, sofre de verdade por toda a cidade. Ainda mais porque a palavra liberdade é feminina. Cidade luz, guetos, becos e pretos tristes como um blues. Mano, muçulmano, amor, islã. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum salam. Mil flor, mil cor, mil idioma, mil cor tipo índio. tio por, servos de Roma, frios por natureza morta. L'égalité pour mon peuple, s'il vous plaît. 1000 familles, 1000 pour select. Ma révolution est black, noir, check. Em matière, meilleur qu'hier. Ma terre me manque, c'est ma place. E o velho sonho, viver em paz. Com o necessário, sem ter demais. Verde mais, verde mais, verde mais.
Père, mère, frère, sœur, ange Kaira. Même thème, cri du cœur, genre ça ira. Même refrain qui vient de ces zones amochées. Noisy LESC, zone à noche. Des vies décalées, des années. Que c'est l'alerte rouge comme condamné, d'étaler, s'en aller ou chialer. Jamais, plutôt qu'à l'aide, on entend crier. Pas année, ghetto couleur café. Non, c'est pas gagné. Si tu voulais taper, trop de barons, trop de casaniers qui tiendront baron de plus que ça ira. Ça ira. Se dit le brave type comme le scélérat. Pour le sale, favelas, même sort, même idée. Qu'on s'en sorte à l'espoir, tous fidèles. Ah, São Paulo, zone à noche.
It's NBA 2K's first esports event, the Road to the Finals tournament. With $250,000 and a trip to the NBA Finals on the line, stakes are high. See how countless hours of work
It's relentless.
You have to bring your A game.
came down to one day and one game being the difference in getting through.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Atlanta Hawks today. We're at the Palace of Auburn Hills. The Detroit Pistons plan to take advantage of home court. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court right now for the Hawks, Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's Bazemore at the 3 spot. Here's Jackson. Fires for 3. Over Teague. Jackson missing again.
You know, there was plenty to be happy about last year in Atlanta with the way the Hawks played. One sour note, though, was that the team was
putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh?
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Bazemore. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Drummond sets the screen for Harris. That 3 off the mark.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
That's a 2 from Korver. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Detroit's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Reggie Jackson.
And guys, Reggie Jackson was at the end of a yo-yo last season. He starts in Oklahoma for an injured Westbrook. Westbrook comes back, sends Jackson to the bench. Then Oklahoma sends Jackson to Detroit, where he fills in for another injured starter in Brandon Jennings for the rest of the year.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Now getting back to Jackson, he showed several times last season that he has that starter ability. The Thunder knew they wouldn't have the money to re-sign him, Clark, in free agency, so they traded him to avoid losing him for nothing.
Yeah, that's a good move, and with the Pistons, Jackson finished the season strong, while the Thunder, without Jackson or Durant's contributions, missed the playoffs for the first time in years.
That's a 2 from Korver. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Ball's knocked loose. Pistons trail by 9. Jacks up a 3. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Korver dishes to Millsap. The jump hook. That one wide left.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
The Hawks leading by 6. And here they go. Bazemore misses. Detroit's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Jackson kicks to Morris. Atlanta with the rebound.
Boy, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Here's Harris. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Here's Korver for 3. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And a different look here for the Pistons. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Tolliver comes in for Marcus Morris. Johnson, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Caldwell Pope.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Here's Meeks. Good work defensively by Millsap.
And just no fear, guys. I mean, he is willing to mix it up in the paint with the big boys.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Jackson kicks to Johnson. "50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's good.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Horford with the screen on Jackson. Bazemore inside the three-point line. Here's Horford. And Jackson with the block. Wide open look. Meeks, good. Meeks got his first points in this one.
You know, I don't think that was a shot they had in mind, but they'll take it.
Teague, the pass to Horford. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Horford's got 6 points.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
And we reach the end of the... And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboards. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
And Kyle Korver enjoying a career renaissance, if you will, here in his 30s. A former late second-round pick. He's kicked around the league a little bit. He's really found his niche here in the motion offense of the Atlanta Hawks.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards. And it's Bazemore at the small forward position. Teague dishes to Horford. It's Millsap with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Millsap's got 4 this quarter. A little background on Kyle Korver, drafted 51st by the Nets back in 2003. They sold his rights to the Sixers for a little over $100 grand and used the proceeds to pay for their summer league fee.
Well, that, and they also bought a new color copier for whatever that information is worth. It might sound like a mistake in hindsight, but I heard that machine is very reliable.
Morris is checked in for Anthony Tolliver.
And Detroit was a 32-50 record last season. They didn't have any help from the schedule. They had a total of 22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league.
Outside Teague. Outside for Korver. Run deep. Can't get it to go. And it's Detroit the other way. Greg, you just said the Pistons had a ton of back-to-back games. 44 were part of their back-to-backs, over half their schedule. Clark, they went 15-29 in those games.
And that's part of the reason why the NBA wanted to examine the schedule. I mean, it was a tough year for the Pistons. It's hard to get any momentum when you're playing that many back-to-backs.
Teague with a clean look. Buries it from three-point range. Teague's got 5 points so far.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
The tray. Another three for Atlanta.
There's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand, Jen. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Marcus Morris picks one up there. He is the biggest body at 6'8", Clark, but Paul Millsap very effective.
And part of his being underrated and underestimated, I think, is due to that size. But folks are finally starting to come around. That kind of production he's put up will make that happen.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Johnson comes in for Tobias Harris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Jody Meeks. Here's Caldwell Pope. Three from the inbound.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And Millsap with over a 7-foot wingspan and also just a great nose for the ball. He gets your rebounds, blocks, and he leads all power forwards in steals pretty much every season.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Off target from three-point range.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce. And speaking of Millsap's defense, I mean, he can switch out and cover perimeter players as well. His smaller stature.
Out right here. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Hawks.
Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Detroit. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Splitters checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. Hardaway's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Teague. Got a hand on it. It's deflected. They retain possession. Johnson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 5. On the wing, Jackson. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. The Pistons rebound. Caldwell Pope kicks to Johnson. And finally they hit one. Johnson's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates. Jeff Teague, a real speed merchant. I mean, very tough to stay in front of. He can put you on skates, blow by, and get right to the rim. And guys, Jeff Teague, an attack guard. He's just an average three-point shooter, but he gets to the free throw line in bunches, shoots at a high percentage, and has really revolved, I think, into one of the elite point guards in the league.
Mike Scott's checked in for Paul Millsap.
And guys, he's not the tallest or most imposing wing player, but Stanley Johnson has incredible strength and really unmatched confidence. One reason why so many were high on him in the draft.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Tolliver kicks to Caldwell Pope. Hardaway with the steal. And here's the fast break. Sapolosha leading the way. And it's Schroeder missing.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that.
That'll do it for the first half. Hawks lead by 7. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The second half just about to get going here.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Teague. He has 8 points. And he
say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
About to start here in just a few moments.
It's really all of a sudden he's becoming.
Greg, typically that's not the role he usually plays. I'm not sure how comfortable he is in it, but they've needed him to make some plays today, and he's been able to do it to his credit.
Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Marcus Morris is out there with Harris. And it's Drummond in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
Andre Drummond is a big guy. At the NBA Draft Combine, he measured 7 feet tall with a 7'7" inch wingspan. And he tipped the scales at 280 pounds. That's a super heavyweight, my friends.
And the Hawks making a change here. Millsap's checked in.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
2 shots.
The Hawks making a switch here. Bazemore's checked in. And he's good on the second. Pistons trail by 8. Harris passes to Jackson. On the wing, Harris. Dishes it to Caldwell Pope. From deep. And that one's good. Caldwell Pope's got 6 points. And on the topic of Andre Drummond, Greg, there are a few guys in the league who combine his kind of size with the type of athleticism he possesses. Fast up and down the floor, quick off his feet, even sports a little hang time. I mean, the guy's got a full package athletically.
You talked about the raw physical tools, then you factor in the 2 things as a big that I really value: great hands and quick feet, and he's got that going for him. So you can't go through him, you can't go around him, and you certainly can't go over him. I mean, what's left?
We can only hope to contain him, as they say. Here's Jackson. Goes up the baseline. And Detroit again with the bucket.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Meeks inside the 3-point line. Rebounded by the Hawks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Korver kicks to Teague. Back to Korver. Teague dishes to Bazemore. Feeds it to Millsap. Horford in the post. Working on Drummond. Horford, no luck.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Kicks it to Meeks. To the middle. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Drummond.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game. And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
The Hawks leading by 3.
Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on it. And that feeling turned out to be correct.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. Back to Jackson. It's stolen by T. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Horford.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Pistons trail by 5. To the paint. Morris. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Right side, Millsap. Puts up the baby hook. And again, it's Atlanta. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
Well, we know prior to last season, the Pistons handed the car keys over to Stan Van Gundy. He had some early hiccups, but overall, I think they're headed in the right direction. He's a proven winning coach in the NBA.
Korver, good. Jackson passes to Drummond. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Horford in the post, defended by Drummond. He's whistled for the 5-second back to the basket violation.
Boy, it seems like he's gotten a little loose with it since halftime. His fingers may be a little slick or slippery. He went from no turnovers in the first half to quite a few here in the second.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Tolliver comes in for Morris, and it's Johnson in for Jackson. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Tobias Harris. The Hawks have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Outside for Korver. Back to Millsap. Got a hand on it.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
To the wing right side. It's stolen by Johnson. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. For the lead, the Pistons rebound. And Drummond kicks to Johnson. Nailed from three-point land. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back. You got to love the big bucket in the...
That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Here's Atlanta now. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Scott. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Hardaway. Then it's Chris Humphries. And it's Cephalosha in at the small forward. Here's Humphries. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
And for Chris Humphries, last year was a chance to sign with a playoff contender. The Wizards turned out to be even more than that, with the 4th best record in the East. And Humphries helped them to get there, averaging about 6.5 boards per game.
The Pistons making a change here. Morris is checked in. Here's Caldwell Pope, guarded by Hardaway. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Here's Johnson. And too long on the shot. Getting back to Humphries, he was rolling pretty good last season, but a late season groin injury, Clark, cost him the final 16 games.
Yeah, terribly disappointing for Chris because he had become an important part of that front court rotation. He was up to almost 20 minutes a game before he went down.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Scott again. Johnson. Battles through traffic and lays it in. And the Hawks lead by 6. It's Jackson with the drive. No good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Cephalosha dishes to Hardaway. Good on the triple. Hardaway has got 5 points in the quarter.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Greg, you can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out, and sometimes the best way to do that is with a timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, we don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug. Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Rejected by Harris. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Al Horford's checked in for Mike Scott. Millsap comes in for Chris Humphries. Kent Bazemore is checked in for Cephalosha. And it's Korver in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
And guys, you got to love the front court for these Atlanta Hawks. I mean, Al Horford and Paul Millsap both give up a few inches in terms of height, but you won't find a more skilled and versatile front court in the NBA.
Teague is checked in for Atlanta.
Up high and down hard with the one hand.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Atlanta with the rebound. Korver's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Morris again. It's Millsap. Good work defensively by Morris.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And stolen by Jeff Teague. Pushing it up. Stolen. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Looking to get back on track here.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
They grabbed their own miss. Horford the pass to Corver. Over Jackson. Atlanta again missing.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Rebound Atlanta. Corver's got 4 rebounds in this game.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Drills it from outside.
For 3.
Corver's got 9 points here in the second half.
Woo!
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw
I tell
one.
you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
And it's sent back by Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. Outside Corver. Pass to Horford. 6 to shoot. And here we go. The Pistons fast break.
You know, guys, when you push it hard like that on the break, those are the easy buckets that'll be waiting for you.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're leading by 7. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. .149 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bazemore, guarded by Harris. And Teague, here we go. Right side Millsap. Teague kicks to Horford. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Bazemore. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Harris. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Horford.
Shooting 2.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Boy, guys, I really like how they've driven the ball to the basket in this game. I mean, they've been very aggressive with it.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Jackson kicks to Morris. Again, the miss by the Pistons. There's the dish to Millsap. Dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
Not in the NBA, they don't. And trust me, they're going to take a little extra pleasure in this win, having silenced an entire building of hostile fans.
Here's Corver for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
2 free throws.
Second free throw, no good. Millsap sets the pick for Corver. From deep. No good. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.
Stakes are high. See how countless hours of work
It's relentless.
You have to bring your A game.
came down to one day and one game being the difference in getting through. Definitely have some fans here. Or staying home. 32 teams came together to compete, and the drama was intense.
Advance them. They stopped responding to our